everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning in. So today's reading is going to be, what do people love about you? Okay. I was inspired to do this reading because I happened to accidentally stumble upon a reading that was literally the most insensitive, just idiotic reading I've ever heard in my life. Idiotic reading I've ever heard in my life. So I went there for inspiration. I thought this would be a good one. Let's see what this is about. Maybe I'll do this kind of a reading. I don't know if it's a cultural thing. This person was from another country, but she straight up took that ball and ran with it. I don't know if she was trying to be like a nice auntie and like tell it to you straight, but really she was just cruel, and I felt sorry for her, to feel like she needed to do that to her viewers, basically. So I'm going to do it how it should be done, and that is properly, okay? So we're going to find out what people love about you. So this could be anyone in your life, romantic interest, friends, people in general, family, coworkers, neighbors, fill in the blank, okay? So we've got 3 groups to choose from. I'm going with Healing Purple today. Thought that might be nice, using some stones, some choices that I haven't used in a while. Group 1 is going to be Lilalite, okay? Group 2 is going to be Labradorite, a special kind of Labradorite. And group 3 is going to be Amethyst. Always a solid choice. So pause the video if you need more time. Timestamps are linked down below. I'd like to take a moment to thank my patrons and those who have donated to the channel. Your guys' support is super appreciated. It keeps the channel going. It keeps me coming back to do more readings. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. But if all you do is hit the like button and subscribe, that is super supportive, and I'm sending a ton of blessings your way. It also puts your energy on the reading to help it be more interactive, resonate with you more, and it helps like-minded individuals and people who can benefit from this reading to find the reading, okay? With that being said, we're going to get started with Lilalite, or Group 1. All right, welcome Group 1. Thanks for tuning in. So, what do people love about you? Did I say like about you at the start? Love, like. Let's go with love. Why not? What do people love about you? I've got several decks here, some of which I have not touched or used in a really long time. And I'm excited to use them, see what comes out. And so go ahead and clear your mind. If there is someone in particular that you'd like to know about, like how they feel or what they love about you can think about them. Otherwise, this is a general reading. As always, any reading on this channel is general for the collective, for the community. So just take what resonates and forget what doesn't, okay? All right, so tell me, Spirit. What do people love? What do people love about my Group 1s? For everyone who picked Group 1, what do people love about them? Oh, that was fast. You must be quite lovable, Group 1. We've got have fun, number 42, 6. So you love to have fun, okay? You can see her on the merry-go-round. She's an adult, but she's not afraid to get on that merry-go-round and have fun. She's in touch with her inner child. She's having a good time. You can see like people off to the side, they're smiling at her as she enjoys herself. Nobody thinks anything of it. It's like you refuse to, I'm hearing you refuse to grow up. You love to have fun. You have a spirit of fun. You're in touch with your inner child. There's this energy of contentment and harmony that you bring. This is, maybe some of you like to travel as well. I see journeys in your future is what I'm hearing. But also just the journey of life, you approach it with a spirit of fun, in touch with your inner child, whether you realize that fully or not. That's how you come across to others. There's something about you. I'm hearing there's a light in your eyes, in the way that you carry yourself in your energy, because you could see kind of this yellow light in the sky in her background. It's kind of around her aura as well. And I feel like you bring a community wherever you go, whether you're literally accompanied by friends or entourage, or you make a community wherever you go because your energy is so warm and vital and loving. And I also see that you walk away from anything that does not serve you, because you're no longer lowering your vibration to meet people where they're at. You're simply being yourself and knowing and trusting that those who are meant to be in your life, those who are a natural match to your higher vibration, will gravitate toward you. And there's really nothing that you need to do except remove yourself from people who bring you down, or that you just prefer not to be around, which I think is pretty cool. It's contributing to your happiness, and if this doesn't sound like you, then maybe it's advice. It will contribute to your happiness to say no to anyone who doesn't bring you joy. We've got this one trying to come out. Yeah, clear the fog. And then at the bottom of the deck, this seems to go with it as well. Step away from the crowd. Be courageous. Say no. I saw that when I was first talking about this card, when I was talking about leaving behind anyone that doesn't serve you or doesn't bring you joy. And it really wanted to come out because it came out again. So clear the fog. How do you do that? You let go and go with the flow. Another card about joy, happiness, getting on those swings. Both of these cards are about someone, enjoying things that are traditionally meant for children. Swings, playgrounds, carnival rides, things like that. Merry-go-rounds. These are things we associate with children. But you're coming to the end of a cycle, and part of what you've learned during this journey is to, love yourself and show yourself the same love that you would, say, a child or anybody else that you love or care for in your life. I feel like you're going to be moving someplace where there are rainbows, or you could be seeing a rainbow as a sign soon. I'm also seeing like rain in the background. Rainbows and rain kind of go hand in hand, but it kind of looks like there's rain on that card, though I don't think technically there is. Bottom line, cleansing. Rain is cleansing. We've got fog here as well. Okay, London fog. Maybe some of you live in London, or you will be visiting there. But it's like, see this transition from the fog to the light, to the rainbows, okay? And there could be someone in your life, or someone coming into your life, who's more of a match to you. Remember I said a moment ago that you're saying no to anyone or a group of people perhaps who are no longer a match to you vibrationally. It's not that you're being mean, it's just that that cycle has come to an end. And maybe it's a little like too little too late. Who knows with that? Somebody could be wanting to try and heal something with you. Even this could be talking about, a friend. But you've grown in your spiritual power and your wisdom, and you might not even notice. See how her back is to this person? You might not even notice that somebody is there trying to get your attention, because when you are on a different frequency from somebody else, you can't even see them because they're not even on your wavelength. Like, you're a radio station and you're on 98.5 and this other person's on 97.7, and the two might be right next to each other on the dial, but they don't interact, they don't cross. And so you instead are gravitating towards people who are like you. Maybe you are a pet lover, a dog lover specifically, but it looks like you're meeting new friends or even reconnecting with someone or a friend from your past. It's like the fog is clearing, as the card says. That's bringing instability for you now. And these are just general messages, but what is it that the people love about you? That you let go, you go with the flow, that you bring light, you bring joy. You could be LGBTQ plus with that rainbow, so they love that about you. They love your friendship, that you're a pet lover, that you are courageous. This girl looks like Joan of Arc here. Very brave, accomplished, somebody that has taken extremes and balanced those extremes in their own life. And with 8, it's like you finished your karma. You can ride the waves and come out ahead. It's like you have achieved success despite boundaries and limitations. I'm hearing limitless, and you're getting recognition. And we've got step away from the crowd. Somebody could have 9 strong in their numbers, numerology. Don't have to, but this just validates what I said before. Like, you are not afraid to step away from the crowd. You are not afraid to go your own way. And it's like you are leaving behind, you know, anyone that doesn't bring you joy, anyone that doesn't make you feel like the star that you are. And even if somebody is trying to give you flowers, like on the card, or do something nice towards you, to you, it's like you're not even seeing them because you're high on your horse in a good way. Like, you've earned your position. You know, this isn't arrogance or anything. This is the result of past actions. You putting in the effort, you taking on the challenge, you riding the wave of your karma and coming out ahead. So your position is well deserved. You're in the light because you deserve to be in the light. And you're kind of a star in your own right, and a lot of different people see that. A lot of people appreciate that about you. In fact, a lot of people love that about you. All right, let's get another card here. For group 1, what else do people love about my group 1s, please? We've got Observer, number 49, reduces to 5. I feel like some of you might have been, you know, wallflowers. We've got to be fair at the bottom of the deck. 3 plus 8 equals 11 or 2. Perhaps in a relationship you had to take the back seat, or that was preoccupying your energy or time. But I see changes. And with change comes stress, but it also comes growth. And I feel like some of you are coming out of your shell. Like, you're really taking lead in your own life. You found your passion again. You're successful. You're feeling yourself. You're knowing your worth. You're taking your position as a leader of your own life, and even of those around you in some area of your life. And it's really beautiful. It's what you were meant to do. It's what your energy is calling you to do. And it's bringing a lot of growth into your life. Whereas you used to be maybe always observing others, you know, from a distance, on the sidelines. You're not doing that anymore. Okay? People do love the fact that you're observant. People do love the fact that you try to be fair. It's like being fair is very important to you. But at some point, I feel like some of you have, I'm hearing, diminished your value, or, you know, have, you know, played yourself down, like limited yourself and reduced yourself because you're so eager to, you know, be fair and, you know, do what you see others doing, or what's expected of you. You just want to get along well. Okay? Now it's no longer, you're not worried about that. Like, if you're feeling called to step away, enjoy yourself, embody joy, ride your own wave, stand in your power, feel good, feel successful, feel proud of yourself, people love to see that about you. You're off the sidelines. It's your time. It's your turn. And you're changing, and people are loving that change. They're loving to see that change in you. It feels fair to them. Like, even if somebody wouldn't want to admit that, it's still deep down they know, and it feels fair to them. That you should be riding high, that you should be embracing your success and your newfound position in life, your newfound confidence, the embracing of your self-worth. It's long overdue for a lot of you. And people love to see you grow into that. What else do people love about group 1? Okay, we've got 2 cards coming out. And it says, wanting more for others puts me into the energy of abundance. That's what I was saying. Like, before, you limited yourself because you wanted to be fair. You didn't want to outshine anybody else. You didn't want to take anything from anybody else, or at the very least you wanted others to have as much as you, or at least the ones you love and care for, you wanted them to have as much as you. There's a certain generosity of spirit that you carry that others love about you, and that you want, you know, good for other people. But now you're realizing that in order to give more to other people, you have to give more to yourself, because wanting more for others puts you in the energy of abundance, which attracts more abundance to you. And other people benefit from that abundance, from your radiating light, from your better mood, from your better attitude, from your enthusiastic and warm energy. You know, all the things that we can think of that we associate with happy people, with people who are doing well in their life, with people who are, you know, have a lot to give because they've attracted abundance to themselves, and they've done that by wanting more for others. So it's like, you've done that, you've wanted more for others, now it's your turn, okay? You're getting back like your good karma. To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let Spirit give me direction. You find your joy renews your faith. And I feel that some of you might have been, you know, overly serious, or again, playing yourself down, not embracing your joy. Now you are embracing your joy. Now that's not for all of you. Some of you could have always been your entire life a joyful and warm person. And so then this still applies to you, because it's saying people love that about you. Others of you, this is something you're growing into or embracing again. If you've gone out of this energy, you're getting back into it. And this practice of allowing helps you to get out of the way and let Spirit give you direction. Your joy renews your faith. Okay? So people downplay joy. They make it seem like it's something we don't have time for. It's not important. We have more serious, important things to do. No, joy is the way. Joy is in alignment with Spirit. Spirit is source. Source is you. It's all powerful. It gives you the abundance, and it gives you the power to do everything you want and have an impact in and on your world. So it's very important, and in that way I feel people are seeing your power and appreciating it. Your joy renews the faith of others as well. So some of you need to not, you know, worry. Some societies want you to play down your joy. You know, it's kind of something that we're taught, and you don't want to make somebody else feel bad or yada yada, but the truth is that's an example that needs to be set. People need to learn that by being joyful you attract, you know, more good things for yourself, other people, and that's actually the most virtuous way to be in this world. It's the best value you can add to this world, is being your true self, and your true self is joyful. So what else do people love about my group ones? We've got strength, spinach dragon. Yeah. You're very vital, you're powerful, you're strong. You're also a strong observer, and you stand in like your power and with your beliefs and with your observations. People like your strong point of view. And people feel like, I was getting something with that, but then it went away. It's about warmth, energy. Some of you could be very active, driven, confident, but mostly people like that you stand strong in your point of view. So let me see if there was something here. Some of you are vulnerable, but it takes strength to be vulnerable, because in order to be vulnerable and put yourself out there like that, you have to put yourself at risk, and with that comes the knowledge that you can handle anything. Like, you can defend yourself. Like, people who allow themselves to be soft and show their underbelly are fully, this was the card I was looking for that I saw when I was shuffling, fully realigned with their strength. They know that they have what it takes. When push comes to shove, they can take care of business. They can stand up for themselves. They can handle themselves. And they can stand up for other people. And so that's what true strength looks like. True strength is in vulnerability, is in allowing yourself to be vulnerable when it's appropriate, when it's called for. And your observations actually help. Like, it feels like there's a shift in your observations that's getting you more aligned with, like I was saying a moment ago, being more aligned with source, and joy aligns you with your purpose of bringing light into the world and helping to maintain that higher frequency that is healing for everyone. Well, it's also helping other people to realign with that energy as well. So people love that about you too. Like your strong sense of purpose, the example that you set, your observations. You're a keen observer of life. Even though you're getting out there more, I feel like you're having more fun, enjoying yourself more, getting off the sidelines. You're not going to lose your strong observation skills. It's just going to shift and grow with you and help to align and realign yourself and others as needed to be a more powerful person and to take more charge of your life. You're a leader and people love that about you. What else? What else do people love about group 1? Got number 15. This is the second time I'm seeing 6 in numerology. So 6 is a loving number. It's a number of creativity, creating something, the mother figure, the nurturer. There is an energy of you of being content, okay? This is garden. Something lovely will grow from this. And see how she's got her sword there? She's got her sword down, but she knows how to use it. She can let her guards down as she finds something lovely that's worth her attention. She's holding a flower in her hand. It looks like a rose. Kind of matches her necklace. So people love that. You know, you can stop and smell the roses. You are a warrior, but you're not above doing that. Stopping and smelling the roses, relaxing, coming across as serene, calm, caring, being able to appreciate the beautiful and the simple things in life. And you know how to nurture other people to help them to grow. You could be very compassionate and caring towards those you love or just anyone. And in doing that, something lovely grows from it. It's like whatever you apply yourself to, whether that's helping others, helping yourself, creative projects, your work, anything. It's like something lovely will grow from that. People know that about you. Like you bring out the best in things. You help things to grow. And that's another thing that people love about you. And then we've got number 33, 6 again. So like I said, 6 is prominent here. 33. Nostalgia, focus on the here and now. Okay? I feel like people love that you are nostalgic, that you can go ahead in your imagination. And I'm also getting that when you're nostalgic, you're actually creating worlds and you're creating your future. And I think people sense that about you. You have this spiritual gift to do that. And it gives you an otherworldly quality. Now, does that make you seem like you're not always present with people? Yeah, like the card says, focus on the here and now. But this is about what people love about you. You are someone that observes. And you could, in your reverie, as you're listening to a friend talk to you, seem like, you're set apart from them. You're a little bit at a distance because you're observing, you're listening, but you're also thinking a lot of different things. You're sensing their energy, processing their energy, and creating with your mind. You're very imaginative. People love that about you. And even if you get a little spacey or daydreamy sometimes, people love that about you as well. Like those close to you, your friends, they love you despite anything. And they understand you, that this is how you process things. And that, you're not trying not to be present. You are present with them, even if it doesn't look like you are. But you are creating worlds, basically. And you do that through reflecting on your past. You create your future by focusing on what you want in the past, present, and future. And so they understand that when they're talking, you're really hearing them on a deeper level, and you're processing things on a much deeper level than the average person would. Okay? So let's see what else here. What else do people love about you? If the reading is resonating, please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and keep me coming back to do more readings. I do appreciate it. I think you have a unique way of expressing yourself, and it's developing. And people love that about you as well. I'm getting that you have a strong bond with your loved ones and your friends, perhaps even stronger than you know. People feel like you handle them well, that you're very adept or good at handling them, even if they are difficult or other people find them difficult. Like the communication is on point. I'm being drawn to the sword, which is air sign energy communication. People feel like you're a solid person and you bring goodness with you and you're a good communicator. And you make people feel good, welcome, and safe when they're with you. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Cups. See, that goes along with what I was saying. And the Magician here also goes along with what I was saying. That you're a manifester. And see how he's looking to the side? Makes you wonder what he's really thinking. So if you were over here, you might wonder why isn't he looking at me? Is he paying attention to me at all? Yeah, he's paying attention to you. He's thinking about what you're saying. So people feel like, you're thinking about what they're saying. They understand that. And with the Queen of Cups, she's very loving, nurturing, but she's somebody that understands people, especially those closest to her. Like she gets people on a deeper level, on an emotional level, on a psychic level. Things that they don't say, maybe things that they don't even know about themselves. People feel understood by you, and they love that about you. Your deep understanding and how you just get things on a deeper level. You have this otherworldly quality about you that people really appreciate. And even if you are a little dreamy at times, or a little even confusing at times, especially to those that don't know you well, they still sense goodness in you, and they still sense a caringness in you. And you're just a lovely person. You're probably very physically attractive. Regardless of your style, there is something otherworldly or ethereal about you. You might have quite delicate features. You could have full lips, penetrating eyes. If you're a woman, or even if you're a man, you could have curves. So there is this quality of something just very lovely about you, and endearing, and attractive. Okay, so there's that. You have a healing and supportive energy. You make people feel things that they wouldn't feel otherwise. You get them in touch with their feelings. Like the Magician can be cold and calculating, but you would bring out the heart in even the Magician. You make the Magician think about his feelings. What else do people love about Group 1? We've got your voice soothes me. Your existence makes me feel better about life. So you probably have a lovely speaking voice or singing voice, or you just soothe people because you know what to say. You understand them. There's something lovely about you. Your existence makes me feel better about life. That's what I was saying before, that you make people feel good. Your presence is healing. It's something that people like to be around. You just make them feel better. What else do people love about Group 1? What on earth did I think about all the time before you? So you get, like, this is coming out on the Magician. So that's letting us know the Magician's a thinker. He's in the thinker position. You make people think. And it's not necessarily that they're all thinking about you specifically, although some are, for sure. People think about you a lot. People care about you a lot. You are someone that you're exciting to people. Like, you set their mind on a journey and you make them feel like opening themselves up, taking chances, doing something new. And you also alleviate their worries and their fears. And some of them wonder how you do that, or how you understand them on such a deeper level, how you make them feel the way that you make them feel. And so you really give people food for thought whenever you talk to them or interact with them. Even if you don't talk to them, just your energy and gets their wheels turning and makes them wonder about you, think about you, and just feel like really connected to you in a way that they find curious. Like, you stimulate people's curiosity and their imaginations. And people love that about you. This is what I've got for you, Group 1. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. You can request this specific reading if you want, or any of the other readings that I offer. But I appreciate you guys. You can stick around for Group 2 if you want to. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys next time. Welcome, Group 2. If you chose Labradorite, this is your reading. So thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and clear your mind. If there is someone in particular that you want to know what they like or love about you, go ahead and think about that person. Take a nice cleansing breath and clear your mind. So what do people love about Group 2? For my viewers who chose Group 2, Spirit, what do people love about them? Okay. This one flew out. Put others first. Okay. So number 43 reduces to 7. It's pretty plain. People love that you put others first. You're the type of person that could hold the door for strangers when you're out someplace. You could extend yourself. I'm getting Capricorn energy here for some reason. But extend yourself to help others. You're the type of person that, you know, if you're sharing an appetizer, for example, you'll let somebody else, you know, take first pick. I'm getting Libra energy as well, Leo energy, Sagittarius energy. Let's see, but it could be any sign. I am feeling that there's something about you that is very warm, and I'm hearing inviting. So this is this energy of that. There's also this energy of spirituality. So some of you do this because you learned that it was the right way to do things, like as part of your spiritual practices or spiritual beliefs, maybe that you hold now or that you were raised with. You feel like putting others first, or being a gentleman or a lady. I'm thinking gentleman because of his suit and his top hat and everything. Because of that, some of you were raised this way or just adopted these traits to be generous and kind to other people, and it stems from your spiritual nature. I feel like some of you want to be more this way. Even if you're not this way, you're growing in this direction. Some of you could be going to school or have a degree in some area where you are putting other people first for a living. So whether that's you're being in a healthcare profession, even in a business that serves other people, in childcare, pet care, something where putting other people first is important to you, and you like it. Like, you have a natural skill or gift for it. You have an aptitude for it. Some of you are teachers as well, or you really could be a good teacher. Some of you are waiting tables while you pursue your dreams. But again, I'm not getting that you don't like it. I'm getting that you're good at whatever you do and people love that about you. And that in general, regardless of what you do, professionally or otherwise, those in your life who have interacted with you have noticed your generosity of spirit. And I feel like they have learned a lesson from watching that and interacting with that. And just plain love that you put other people first. So let's see what else comes out for group 2. This one is trying to come out. It's not an emergency. Again, number 7. Strong 7's coming out. I feel like this is something that people are, who are watching and resonating with this, are learning about. And it's like part of you who are watching already are this way, have these traits that I'm describing. Others of you are learning to be more like this, or learning that not everything's an emergency. And remember what I said about working in a healthcare profession. We've got a doctor here, happy and celebrating that something's not an emergency. You're somebody, I feel like, wears your heart on your sleeve when it's appropriate. I'm hearing not always, like you're not walking through life like that, but when it's appropriate, like you would not be afraid to celebrate a success. You would not be afraid to celebrate someone else's success. So you're one of those rare people that's not threatened by other people's success. You're willing to celebrate their successes, and even maybe will be their biggest cheerleader. And people love that about you. There's something about you that is not pretentious. You're very natural, especially when expressing your generosity, your joy, your happiness, and when it comes to celebrating the good things in life. I feel like you're really growing into someone that inspires other people and takes care of other people in ways that you don't even understand how important that is to people. Like you help people through their stress, you help people to heal, you help people to grow. Let's see, what else? Let's get a couple more cards from this deck. For group 2, what do people love about group 2? Decide the outcome, number 47, reduces to 11 or 2. Patience. That's what I'm getting. Some of you are very patient. You're patient when you're deliberating, when you're making up your mind about something, whether that's at work or in professional life or both. Because we can see this, there's a judge on here, and he's looking at, like he's trying to decide something, make up his mind about something. And there's a waiter here, waiting as well. So you're the type that, say for example, if you are a waiter or were in the past, for example, you would be very patient, you'd be very good at it, because doing a good job, I'm getting Virgo energy, doing a good job is so important to you, makes you feel so proud of yourself, is so intricate or so innate to your nature that you find it easier than some, to be patient, to be deliberate. Like your actions are well thought out. You think before you act. And especially when it comes to when you have to make a decision. You have a really balancing effect on other people. Some of you work a job where there's a union, okay? Like you have a union. Some of you are in like higher up positions. Some of you are partners at your law firm, or partners at your business or your workplace, or you're in a relationship or a marriage where you're a partner. But I feel like whatever you do bring like balance, especially to extreme circumstances. Like say, for example, with this doctor on the card, he's celebrating that it's not an emergency. Like it suggests that at one point it was thought that maybe this girl that's in the bed had something seriously wrong with her. But now they're seeing, after they've got the test back, that it isn't, that there isn't something wrong with her, or it's minor. So that's worth celebrating. Well, I feel like, you can bring calm to a situation. Like, you can bring balance to extreme situations, and make wise decisions, without letting emotion, really get in the way of you making the decisions and the hard decisions that need to be made. Okay? So people see that, people love that about you. We've got detox. Yeah, you definitely bring stability into other people. And again, you could be some sort of healthcare worker, nutritionist, doctor, nurse, something along those lines. Or maybe, you do watch what you eat, or you know a lot about, herbs, foods, drinks that you should avoid and those that you should have more of, like how to be a healthy person. Some of you are like herbalists, witches, along those lines, where you know about the things that help you, help your body, and those things that don't. And people love that you're detoxifying for them because you help them so much. You help them to heal, you're patient with them, you're generous, you have a generosity of spirit, and you bring just a stability, a consistency, and you're not afraid to put in the work. There's something about you that's reliable, that others can count on. And people really love that about you. You just make people feel better, group 2. So what do people love about group 2? It's good to feel good. That one turned over. So, and then at the bottom of the deck, we've got this talking about choosing. So I'm going to take that because we talked about decisions a moment ago. Choosing is in alignment with that. But I really see how this card kind of matches that card. It's all about growth. You help people to grow, and you're growing yourself. People like to see that, People like to see their plant grow, for example. They like to see the growth in the springtime. Generally, that brings positive feels. It makes people feel good to see that. It's life affirming. And it's also that you're a healing person. Your green also represents prosperity. So if you are prosperous financially or in some other way abundant, people love that about you as well. You can be very fertile, have a lot of children, or just a very fertile and creative mind and energy. You could be good and have a green thumb, like good at gardening, good with your plants. But either way, it's like you treat other living beings in a way that makes them feel really good. And it's good to feel good. So you're not afraid to show that you feel good. When a lot of people feel like, they don't want to, show things like when they feel good because maybe that will make them a target or, make them vulnerable or something. You're almost like a child in your childlike ability to express your joy. And it's not like you go around like that all the time because you can be serious. But when you, like whatever mood you're in, there's this undercurrent of you feel good and you make other people feel good. And what's not to love about that? And then here we've got, each time I choose to tune into spirit guidance of the highest truth, that shows up for me. Okay? So it's you making the choice, right? You are in control. You know how to balance. I'm getting like temperance energy, Sagittarius, knowing how to balance things out. When it's time to be more serious, when it's time to give more to yourself, when it's time to be more reserved versus when it's time to give more and put others ahead of you. But when you tune into spirit, you do so through feeling good, because like I said in group 1, spirit and source is high vibrational, feels good. And when you're in alignment, your joy renews your faith. Joy is in alignment with spirit, so it makes you the most powerful. And I think we forget that sometimes, and it's not always easy, but it's the truth nonetheless. It's not always easy to feel joy in this world, but it can be. And I feel like what people love about you is that you do align with spirit. And when you do so, the highest truths are just channeled through you. You are guided through your life because your joy renews your faith. And it can seem like to other people, they don't know how you're doing that, okay? How you're being guided through your life in such a way that gets you ahead in life, that allows you to be abundant, to be the type of wonderful person that you are. They don't know how you're doing that, but it's because you are naturally aligning and attuning to spirit, and it helps you to make, wise decisions. And it's not like, all of you are always doing that all of the time. You have the choice. People are human. Sometimes you don't feel like tuning into spirit, aka allowing yourself to feel good, to feel the joy, to put others first. But I feel that others, like if you're not the type of person that has a generosity of spirit and likes to make people happy or put others first, if you're not, like this, choose a different group. Or check out a playlist link down below for a different reading, because this is somebody that does not mind putting others first. This is somebody that doesn't mind being of service. This is somebody that doesn't mind really applying themselves to what they choose to make important in their life. So what else do people love about group 2? We've got Treasure Island. Wow. Wow. So basically, you're full of treasure, right? You're abundant. Some of you could do well financially. You could have a lot of nice things. People like nice things. People like shinies. You could be a shiny person. You could dress very well. You could have a regality or an attractive appearance, despite, how much things cost. It feels like you are an old soul. You've achieved a lot. You could be older in age, but don't have to. It's like you are manifesting abundance and wealth. Treasure Island. It's about, having hidden treasures, but your treasure chest is open, and it's like you share with other people, and it makes you happy to see, the reactions other people have to you and your gifts, because that you have a lot to bring to the table. That, you're a shiny, you're a light, you bring positive energy, you bring love, okay? And you are somebody that supports other people and enjoys that. See how the sea turtle is supporting that treasure, and so carrying that on its back and swimming through the waters of life, going with the flow, even going against the current at times, but doing so happily, because it doesn't mind being of service, because being of service is what is giving them that treasure. Okay, and giving you that treasure. And so this is a very spiritual group. Somebody here is quite enlightened. Whoever this is for is enlightened, because that, service is what gets you the treasure. and then you glow with that treasure, so you benefit from it a ton. Like they say, when you give to other people, you get it right back. It's because everyone is you pushed out in a mirror of you. So when you give to other people, you really do get that back. And this is somebody that innately and deeply understands that, because you are your treasure. See the face in the treasure box? Group 2, you are your treasure. There's a sense of completion that you feel, whoever this is. Like, people love that you're a treasure. You know it, you know your worth. You share it, you're of service, but you don't diminish yourself. This is not somebody that's a codependent people pleaser. This is somebody that is higher level and enlightened, and people sense that or just outright know that about you. And they feel like you're a humanitarian, that you bring wisdom, and you're an example of what can be accomplished if you are of service, and if you enjoy being of service, and understand that by doing so, you're not just helping, whoever you're helping, but you're helping yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. That's what you're meant to be doing, and then that's what allows you to win, and that is the purest form of knowing your worth. So I think that's a great lesson for anybody to learn, and a great example for anyone to be around. Okay? So let's see. No wonder people love that about you, group 2. All right, what else do people love about group 2? This one, stopping here. Mystery Pumpkin Dragon. Okay. So this is a bit of a different energy from what we've seen so far. There is an air of mystery around you. I think so, though, because when people are presenting with a more evolved energy, people are magnetically drawn to that, but they might not always know why. Okay? And just the fact that I feel the need to explain, this group more so than other groups, is because I sense that what I'm saying for some of you is kind of a mystery. It doesn't make full sense. It needs to be explained. You sense that there's truth in it, but you don't know why. That kind of thing. So that is here as well. There's a lot of warmth, energy, drive, and confidence to you. Some of you could be a Leo. You don't have to. I'm just being drawn to these flowers that look like sunflowers, but they're there in the nighttime. You could be Pisces or Cancer as well, getting some Scorpio too. But regardless, it's like this marriage between day and night. Like you bring the yin energy and you bring the yang energy. It's like you're a good balance between the two. Okay? I'm actually hearing, how angels are genderless? You could be an earth angel or identify with some of those traits. Look them up if you don't know what those are. Okay? Regardless of label, you balance like your masculine and feminine energies beautifully. And so people could actually wonder about your sexuality, wonder about you in general. Like, what makes you tick? Who are you really? There's something, and they love that about you. This is what people love about you. They love that, like, you bring abundance. You bring a wealth of information, yet you don't put it all out there. Like, they can tell that there's more to you than meets the eye. You're a curiosity. You make people curious about you. You're intriguing. Like, mysteries tend to be intriguing. People are intrigued by you. Okay, see how the dragon is kind of side-eyeing and got sort of a little smirk and a coy expression. You could actually make that expression, okay? Or people could make that expression at you, even if you don't see them do it, because they're wondering about you. They're curious about you, okay? And then I'm getting the feet here are like purple, and I used purple today. There's this energy of intuitiveness, of, again, spiritual power, wisdom, focus, stability, healing. So all of these things you have to such an extent that it actually makes people wonder, like, how are you doing that? Or why do you have that to such an extent? You could identify with indigo as well. And so, again, you can look that up if you're curious to know more about what that is. What else do people love about group 2? We've got villain. You can always rewrite the story, okay? Number 38. 3 and 8. 3 is the number of expression. 8 is the number of karmic balance. Okay. So people love that you can take any situation and you can make it better. You could actually do revision like they do in the manifestation community and energetically rewrite something undesirable that has happened. Okay? You are someone too that has owned your past or anything negative that you might have done. You don't get to this energy that you're at and to this enlightened energy. You don't get there without having had your own challenges or made your own mistakes. You could actually literally be a writer. You rewrite your own story. Okay? There could be times when you have wanted to throw in the towel or be really mean or meet people at their level, and maybe you have, you're human. But what people love about you is there are also times when they've seen you, where you're very tempted to do something that you might regret or say something that you might regret, where you have stopped yourself. Where you have instead chosen to be patient. Where you have instead chosen to be balanced when you could have been extreme. Okay? This is especially true in friendships and partnerships. Okay? So that's what we're getting with that. Even when somebody has said something to hurt your feelings, I feel like people have seen this, where people have said something to you, or you overheard something that was said that really hurt your feelings. Like you have enough strength and enough courage to really destroy someone, so to speak, if you wanted to, somebody who hurt you or did that to you. But people have seen that you can restrain yourself and you can forgive others. It's like even when you're pushed to your limits, you still can, tell a different story. You can, switch up the perspective. You can see different possibilities. You decide the meaning that you give to things. What else do people love about group 2? Some of these cards are, I'll take this one, flapping but not turning over. We've got number 5, 5 of Wands. Okay. So 5 of Wands in terms of what people love about you. And that does go along with that villain card. Like you are not afraid to stand up for yourself. You're not afraid to appear like the villain if what you're doing is going to benefit yourself, but as well as other people. It feels like you are spiritually put here to wake people up. I'm getting scorpionic energy here as well. And then the 5 of Wands itself is Saturn in Leo. So it's not like your life has been a piece of cake. You've experienced rivalry, challenges, obstacles, and this can be talking about sports. If you're in sports, people they like that you're in sports, okay? But it also feels like, you're very strong and you have a strong mind and you're not afraid to stand your ground, but you do have restraint. Like people sense there's a lot more strength and even aggression behind you. Like there's a lot more power behind you than what you show. You don't always show like how powerful you are. But when you do and you finally allow yourself to kind of get sucked into a bit of drama, it's like you dominate in that drama. And people like that about you. Sometimes people just want to see an edge. They want to know that you're just not totally perfect. But also if you're a really nice person, sometimes people can wonder, does this person allow themselves to, like I said before, I mentioned about codependency or people pleasing. I said you guys aren't like that. But sometimes people who don't know you well or outsiders might look at you and say or wonder, you know, is this person someone that's capable of standing up for themselves? Or, you know, it might just occur to them that, you know, you're such a nice, good person. They can't really see, you know, that you would ever be in a conflict, or they can't really picture how you would behave in that conflict. But then when they see you in action, it's impressive. It's like you're you're going to say it like it is. You're not afraid, you know, to even step up to like a group or anything like that. You'll speak your truth. And even if you're not always in the right, you still like handle and change the situation. And so that's what they love about they love that about you. Like, you can make a tough decision. You can you know, face off with someone. You haven't really met your match. Sometimes you have, even in a romantic sense. For some of you, this is people have seen you like argue with your spouse or your significant other, or stand up to other people, or stand up to a love interest in love, and they found that impressive. Like, they like that. So yeah, it's at the juxtaposition of, this is a really, really kind person, but I never saw that they could really stand up for themselves like that. Like, I'm impressed. That kind of thing. So I think we're going to get some messages, and then we'll take it to group 3. What else do people love about group 2? Okay, we've got, it's nice to see a man or woman who can cook. You are 1 out of a million, so delicious. Okay? So apparently, some who are watching in this general reading, you guys like to cook, or you're good at cooking. People like to see that. And I wish I was half the human you are. These memories of you won't stop. So there could be somebody from your past, romantically speaking, but doesn't have to be. Could even be a friend, family member, coworker, somebody, anybody. Like, you leave an impression on people. And it's like you occur to them at certain points in their life when they're going through something that they saw you go through, or something reminds them of you, or a conversation you had, and they think about that, you know, on a regular basis. And they just, like the rest of the reading said, like, they wish they were half the human you are. People really love that they see that you're like on a different playing field, in a zone all your own, just kind of like spiritually enlightened. And even if you don't fit like a stereotypical mold of what that looks like, people still sense that about you. They find it intriguing. They love your kind heart, and they love how you can stand up for yourself. You really are somebody that's well developed, and people acknowledge, see that, respect that, and they love that about you. I've just opened up to, I love your honesty, your passion, your resilience, your courage, your partnership, and your smile. So some of you are partnered up, but you don't have to be, because this is in general. People love your honesty, your passion, your resilience, your courage, your partnership, and your smile. So they love all of these things about you. Okay? And it's kind of a mix of what they love about you. But group 2, your reading was kind of a mix. It's about you know, seeing things from different perspectives. Somebody being very sweet, and some very helpful, and being of service. And then on the other hand, somebody that's tough, makes hard decisions, has got a lot of power behind them, whether they can use that power for good or for not so good. But most of the time, you know, you use it for good, and people like just respect that. So this is what I've got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to take it to group 3. Please stick around if you'd like to. Hit the like button if you liked the reading or want to see more like this. It does help to support the channel. I appreciate it. You can order a reading like this. My contact information is in the description box down below. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to group 3. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Talk to you next time. Welcome, Group 3. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So what do people love about you, Group 3? Take a nice cleansing breath. Clear your mind. If there is someone that you want to know, what they love about you, you can think about that person. But in general, the people in Group 3's life, what do they love about Group 3? This one's kind of poking out. We've got give it to God. So for some reason I'm getting that some of you dress very colorfully, very decoratively. Others of you, it's more about your personality being very colorful. But bottom line with this, it's give it to God. You could be very spiritual or even religious, or you're just the type of person that has a lot of faith. This could even be advice that you give to other people. With 6 + 1 = 7, that is a spiritual number. It is talking about somebody that's learning. If you're here on this channel, you're learning about spirituality. You're obviously interested in such topics. And you're interested in self-development, self-growth. And so some of you, it's like the sky's the limit. You have a lot of faith. People feel like you have a lot of faith, and they love that about you. You're the kind of person that kind of, has trust. Like trust in the universe, trust in yourself, that, things are going to be okay. There's this energy of you being quite an individual and quite in union with your source, and also a loving person. There's this energy of contentment and nurturing about you, and it feels like you give it to yourself as well. That's where I said some of you dress colorfully because you like to express yourself. You don't mind showing your true self. Others, you dress in such a way that shows that you value yourself. Getting fire sign energy, particularly Aries energy with that. Getting some Taurus energy here as well. But regardless of sign, it's like you wouldn't mind dressing up for just kind of like any little thing sometimes. He's got a hat on, he's got his little matching suit, right? And so it just, something about you feels, like I said before, decorative. And that's the kind of thing that people do when they want to make themselves feel better, but also when they want to show themselves some self-love. Self-love's so important. Oh, we've got Just Sing, number 4. So people love your singing voice. I feel like too, some of you reach out to other people. Like maybe you're a hugger. You could be a hugger. Or you're the type that will reach out if you haven't heard from somebody in a while. Or maybe you're the one that usually initiates contact or reaches out to your friends and family. But you feel like a very warm person. This card is all orange. That's a very friendly, energetic, warm, and confident energy. It's an active energy as well. I think you're a nice balance between like active and passive energy, because there's this energy of you having like a lot of compassion and serenity, but also you know how to step out of your shell, especially when it comes to entertaining other people, helping other people, and or just being there for other people. Okay, so, and again, see how her dress is glittery. I feel like some of you know how to, like, you clean up well. Like you have your own sense of style. You know how to look nice. You know how to dress well. You know how to carry yourself well, okay? And it feels like you do like to be in the spotlight. You could do that professionally. You could be aspiring to do something like this professionally, or it's just talking about like in your personal life. People like that confidence in you, though. I'm not getting a flighty energy from you. I'm getting a confident energy. It's like you're a good balance of yin and yang, passive and active energy. What else do people love about group 3? We've got say thank you. See, I feel like you do reach out to other people. Like you are a really good friend, a loving person. You could be a gift giver. You could have 4 strong in your chart in numerology. But you are the type of person, whether male or female, that would bring your partner flowers or a gift to show like a gesture of your affection, that you care. You could do that for a friend as well. At the very least, you're an appreciative person. You're a grateful person. You know, not everybody says thank you when you give them something or when they appreciate something. Not everybody shows that appreciation. But you feel like an appreciative person. An appreciative person, or appreciative people attract more to be grateful for. They're usually more attractive, more abundant, and just attract more to be grateful for. Okay, they have better luck because the vibration of appreciation is high vibration, and it aligns you with the frequency that most people want to be at, you know, which is one that attracts happiness, health, and abundance. So all good things. I feel like you're a very healthy and abundant person. Okay, you have a lot to give. There's a generosity of spirit here, regardless of, you know, if we're talking material things or a kind word or a gesture. You still have a lot to give, and you're not afraid to give it. And whenever somebody is giving to you, I feel like there are people in your life who give to you. You're very gracious and appreciative of that. But I don't feel like you hold on to things too tight. Like you take the moment, you take the memory, and then you don't need to like cling on to anything, because it's like you have faith that, you know, if you received a blessing once, then you're going to definitely receive a blessing again. And so it feels like that kind of energy of this confidence in yourself and in those around you and the universe, and mostly in yourself, that that you are open and ready to receive all the goodness and abundance the universe has to offer you, and it often, for that very reason, keeps showing up in your life. So you get that some of you are quite funny, okay? You could do stand-up or be a comedian amongst your friends. This one's trying to come out too. We've got decide the outcome, okay? So some of you do like to go out to eat. You can enjoy, you know, fine wine, fine restaurants. Don't have to. You could do that with a partner. That could be an ideal for you that you want to achieve. You will achieve it if that's the case. The kind of partner that you want, kind of relationship you want, fine dining, yada yada. Yeah, I can see that happening for you. But with the decide the outcome card, it is showing discernment. So it's like you understand, you know, how things work. Things don't just happen to you on accident. And you also don't just let anybody into your world. Like, I think a lot of people want to be in your world because you are a warm person, appreciative person, and someone that others like to give to because you make them feel better about themselves when they give to you. You have that kind of an energy. But you are discerning about who you let into your life because you have so much to offer. You know, you have to be smart. When you have a lot to offer, some of you do well financially as well, but either way, when you have a lot to offer, you know, that is going to attract a lot of energy, a lot of people, and some of those energies and people aren't necessarily the best for you, and you're aware of that. So you kind of decide. And like, I'm hearing judiciously. Judiciously, you weigh the pros and cons and decide who you want to partner up with or who you want in your life. Like, it's your choice. What else do people love? So people love that about you. They love that you're well balanced in these different ways. We've got put others first. So you're someone that puts others first. You make people feel safe. You make people feel cared for. It's like even though you have a lot of wealth and abundance to you, good health, just this warm, vital energy that I already talked about, you still are generous. And you could really be generous towards animals, children, and, you know, as your profession, at your job. It seems like you're a very blessed person, but you're also a very generous person. I'm not getting like you're selfish or anything like that. You are discerning, but you're not selfish. We've got turn back, number 51, reduces to 6, and then we've got don't sweat the small stuff. So it's as if you were going down the wrong path, you wouldn't be too proud to turn around and go in the other direction. Like if you made the wrong decision in your life for some reason, because nobody's perfect, you wouldn't be afraid to turn around and go the other direction. You don't have too much pride to stop you from changing your mind if you feel like you've made the wrong decision. And, you know, I think sometimes you do sweat the small stuff, but one of your spiritual lessons and what you're really growing into is to learn not to sweat the small stuff. And most of you, you know, people love that about you because you have sort of mastered this lesson, at least compared to them, where you're just giving it to God, not sweating the small stuff, and not taking things too seriously. I'm also getting you just a very strong person. People love that, and that you make them feel safe. There's something about you that makes other people feel safe. Like this bear is laying here and there's a mouse on his head, and he can easily like have that mouse for dinner, but that's not happening because you're a safe space for people, and it's like you don't have anything to prove, and you're not going to sweat things. You're just going to make a different decision, you know, if needs be, but you're not going to worry too much about things. All right, what else do people love about group 3? Oh, that was fast. We've got Lucky Clover Dragon, luck. Yeah. You make your own luck. You do. Okay? You are like a ray of sunshine. You're a rainbow. You're colorful. That kind of mimics the colorful balloons that we saw on the first card that came out for you. You have a variety of opinions, but they're all like rich and like full opinions, and have their own flavor. It's not like you have shallow opinions. You have like flavorful and worthwhile opinions. And beyond that, you are just, like I said, like a ray of sunshine, a rainbow. You're lucky. People feel like you're a lucky person. When they're around you, they experience good luck. Like you bring light into their life, you make their life better. They feel like you, like a lucky charm. You could be Irish or be of Irish descent. Don't have to be. But this is what's happening here, is they feel like you bring luck into their life. Like you're a passionate and, you know, vital person. And it's really just your good karma from being someone that, you know, likes to help others, like all the things I said about being appreciative. If that's not you, then this could be like a big signpost to say, hey, adopt these traits. This will help you to manifest more luck. I think I mentioned luck before, but manifest more luck and good things into your life and into the lives of others. And it feels like that's what's important to you guys. to make the best decisions, to have the best overall life, you know, continue being this wonderful person, group 3, that is, you know, appreciative and doesn't sweat the small stuff. Okay, let's see a card here. What do people love about group 3? We've got bitch fire, stand up for yourself, okay? Yeah, people feel like you do stand up for yourself, okay? Like, you're a very powerful person, but you're discerning about who you allow to activate that bitch fire, because once you go there, you are, you know, you're a bear. Bears are not anything that anybody wants to mess with. They're life-threatening, right? They're just a lot. And you have that fire, and people like to see that fire from time to time. So they like to see that fire from time to time because you are somebody that seems so chill at times, so evolved, so kind, so somebody that takes the high road. But underneath it all, you are somebody that is very passionate and can use that passion to stand up for yourself and to stand up for other people. And when you do that, then people are impressed by that. They like to see that, okay? For some reason, people are, you know, impressed by that fiery nature that comes out in people. And people like to see that, you know. They find it impressive or inspiring when you're that way. And I don't feel like it happens very often. But that is a part of who you are as an individual. And it is kind of a departure from your usual nature or the way that you normally are. Because I think that you have seen, like, the damage that the bitch fire can do if you use it too often or let it get out of hand. So even in tough situations, tower moments, or just bad situations, you still try to maintain, like, this healing aura and keep your cool, because ultimately you're wise enough to know that that is, you know, what's going to help the situation the most, is not to lose your head in the crisis. But every now and then, when you let your temper flare up, or you cop an attitude, people like to see that side of you. What else do people love about group 3? What else do people love about group 3? Okay, guess nothing else from this deck. If this reading is resonating, please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and keep me coming back to do more readings. If you'd like a private reading like this, check out the description box down below for my contact information, or for any reading that you would like. If it's not resonating, choose another group or check out a playlist link down below for a different reading. So, what do people love about group 3? Let's try to flip. We've got the Page of Pentacles. So that's earth sign energy. Okay. Page of Pentacles tends to be a lovely person. You could be young or young at heart, but you're an old soul if you are young. Okay, because you really feel like either that or you just really were a fast learner. But the Page of Pentacles tends to be patient, tends to have a really youthful energy. It's almost like, well, some of you are really hard workers. Page of Pentacles would suggest that, maybe you're not the hardest of workers because she's the first card in, in the suit, right? Of the royal court. She's the first card, like she's the smallest representation of that energy. But I really feel like some of you are very diligent, hard workers and very persistent in whatever you do. And so I am getting that coming through for the Page of Pentacles. I'm also getting this energy of some of you, when it comes to practical matters, though, it's like at work or when it comes to earning money or something that you know about, like you're all in and you're great at it. But in other realms of your life, it's almost like if you were an alien that came to Earth and you didn't know how things worked, okay? So in a practical sense, you perhaps don't always know what you're doing practically speaking. Like, it almost feels like you get confused about things or you see things with curious eyes, and that you still have a lot to learn about some things that maybe those around you have already learned, and you know, so there's that energy as well. People love that the Page of Pentacles does tend to be quite well dressed, does well for themselves in material sense, usually takes care of their appearance. You see that she's focusing on the mirror here, looking in the mirror. Looks like she just did her hair, maybe just got out of the shower and lotioned herself up. So taking good care of yourself and your appearance. She also tends to be somebody that is quite sensual. So especially for a romantic partner, they would love that about you, your sensuality. There is this energy of the Page of Pentacles can withdraw and go within. So that can sometimes make people feel like more passionate absence makes the heart grow fonder. So you could go within, you could be a bit shy, reserved at times. I think that stimulates, and sometimes people feel like you're doing that out of spite, not gonna lie, but not always. But even if they do think that, they still love that about you because it gives them the space to get in touch with their feelings. Like, take a look at themselves. Like, why are they bothered by, group 3, withdrawing their energy or even standing up for themselves? Like, it's not your problem, it's their problem, and they get to take a look at that. So it's like you're holding up a mirror to them. And when you hold up a mirror to people, whether they like it or not, at first, even if they don't like it at first, they do come to respect and like that about you, because it helps them to then, just feel better, feel more like, more balanced, and really kind of appreciate and see, what's good about the situation instead of only just focusing on, what's bad, or what they don't like. Instead, you kind of like flip it so that they can see, what's better about the situation. So also the Page of Pentacles does tend to be like, she can be a poet, a musician, a romantic. There is this energy of the Page of Pentacles being good with words when she does speak. Even if she doesn't speak a lot, she is good with words. But, typically speaking, the Page of Pentacles is more reserved than the other pages, and more focused on how things work and the mechanics of things, and more focused on the practicalities of life and learning what makes people tick and learning about how things work. It's really like a student energy or an apprentice energy, and people like that. So regardless of what your status is in life, people like that. You still bring kind of this youthful curiosity, or really just an interest in learning how things work, basically. You bring an interest to things. Like you are interested in things. So, interested in them, like if somebody is the object of the Page of Pentacles, the object of Page of Pentacles attention, then that person really feels valued. You know, for as long as the Page of Pentacles is focusing on them, that person feels like they're important, because this page wants to know more about them and is like interested in them in a wholesome way, in a real way. Okay? So what do people love about group 3? You are beautiful inside and out. I love to stare at you. I love your smile. Okay? So people, and that goes along with that lovely page energy. Like I said, the Page of Pentacles does tend to be lovely, take care of themselves, be pretty, be cute, be handsome. And this is validating that you are beautiful inside and out. I love to stare at you. I love your smile. I want to be your favorite hello and your hardest goodbye. So people feel important when you're around them. This could be talking about a love interest, but doesn't have to be. Anyone that is around you, you know, could feel this way about you. Okay? So it's not just about like a partner, romantic partner, although it could be. They're saying, I want, you know, to be around you. Like, I want to be your favorite person. Like, I want to be important to you because you make me feel important. And I wish I was half the human you are. These memories of you won't stop. Okay? So this is somebody really seeing your value and wanting to be more like you and feeling like you're a good person. And it could be somebody from your past that in particular feels this way about you. But in general, you leave an impression on people. And I feel like people think about you even after you're out of their life. And even if you knew them only temporarily, like you have left an impression on a lot of people that they reference or refer to when something reminds them of that time. Or even like model themselves, you know, very briefly, you know, off of things you've said and done. Like, what would group 3 do in this situation? Or I remember a situation like this. And who was it? Oh, it was that group 3. Group 3 handled it like X, Y, and Z. Okay, that gives me inspiration or an idea on how I want to handle it. That kind of thing. And people love that impression that you left. It's a helpful impression. They find you helpful and love that. You have the cutest nose. The way your hips sway when you walk is super sexy. I would say that the page, regardless of sex, the page is cute. You know, pages are younger people, sometimes children, you know, as represented in the tarot deck. Obviously, adults watch my channel, so, but you can have something about you that is very cute, childlike, sweet. If you're being represented by the page, it's almost guaranteed that there's something youthful about your essence or your appearance. In this case, some of you have a really cute nose, okay? People love that about you. Some of you, your hips sway when you walk. They find that attractive. They find that sexy. They find that admirable. Pentacles are a sensual energy, and it's a feminine energy. So regardless of sex, you would have that sort of sway to you and something sensual about you. And that's what people are saying that they love about you too. That's what I've got for you, group 3. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It does support the channel and keep me coming back to do more readings. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next time.